many years. So it is not only for this contract or the previous contract which we are trying to say. For many contracts you can see this 412, this price of around 412 and 416 was a very crucial price in the copper market. So that is another major reason why we try to pick this zone is that around 412 the moving average, the long term moving average is converging, which we are following. The long term moving average in and 1 hour chart is converging around 412. So that is another major reason. So we can potentially believe that this zone is going to play a key role. If we can hold and stay and focus on this zone, we can make something big in copper market for this week. So now let us see what happened yesterday, and also the resistance. If we can mark it perfectly, you can show 412 act as a, this is the zone. Whenever we say a resistance zone, it is plus or minus 1 point. It is not a single line, it is a zone. So that is the reason on previous day you can see after trying to push from resistance, the market has had some intermediate resistance around 413.2, and again market has found the intermediate resistance around 413.2 that pushed the market down. So these are the key zones which we have to mark before going into the analysis. So let us see what happened yesterday. So after the price opening, initially the market was taking some resistance. You can see that there is some consolidation and the market is just trying to bounce back. You can very well notice that there was a huge consolidation happening because every single candlestick represents 7 minutes. So the market is trying to stay with the downtrend, but at last the market went back, and you can see that after a long consolidation the market just went back and entered into the key zone where it is taking some resistance within the zone. So let us see whether the market has got a potential, whether the market moved here from 412. It took to some support around 412 and moved higher and breaking this 413.2 which we have marked. So let us see that. So after the market is struggling here, you can notice that market is struggling to break and stay above 412. So the failure to sustaining in this market, we can witness that, but it is still staying within the range. You can notice that the market is gaining some support around 412. We cannot deny the fact, because whenever the market is staying within a key decision zone, it will provide a 50-50 probability for both the buyers and sellers. So it is a game where the buyers and sellers put their lot of effort and they fight for the trend. So that is the reason we are seeing a 50-50 up and down price direction within the key zone. It is not the first time in copper or in any commodity or any financial market this type of things are happening. It is quite normal. If you are a technical analyst and if you are watching technicals for quite a long time, you may know that. So the market is struggling within this 412. You can know now the price. You can very well notice that initially the market has shown all its effort to move just above and put something above 412. But in the later session you can notice that it is just consolidating. You can see the length of the candlestick. Every single candlestick is very tiny candlesticks which indicates low volatility. So now we should go back and see what is going to happen after that. So again the market tried and tested this 130.2, and a failure to sustain above 113.2 pushed the market down till 409.2. So till 409.2 the market pushed it down because it is a failure to stay above 413.2 and above 412. So that pushed the market down till 109.2, and let us see what happened after taking some support. So it is a complete recovery. The market has provided a complete recovery, and again it went and tested this 412, and again you can see that there was some selling that happened around 412 now this time, and the market closed around 410.8. So it is a very crucial and a very strong consolidation happened, but in the later session it was quite dominated by the sellers. So you can when we see the complete analysis what happened yesterday, so the market opened and stayed around 410, and it was a consolidation. Then half of the time till this 113.2, the market was really trying to put something for buying, so make to show some buying, and so it is sustaining above 412 but couldn't break it, and in the later session a failure to break and sustain and put a closing above 412 push the market down. So it has created a low of 409 and around 409 and closed more or less around 410.8. When we compare the price closing, you can see this is the closing, so 410.8. with the price opening, you can see it is just below that, and if we compare the high which that was created is more or less equal. So on the previous day the market created a high around 414, and yesterday it was around 413.3, and the low, if you notice that the low created yesterday was that, so it was around 105.5. Since it is a spiked up opening, we cannot take that as a low. So because from the opening the market moved higher, so during the trading session what happened can be considered as a low. So it can be a possible 110.2. so yesterday the market created a low of around 109.2. so we found some weakness in copper market, and the closing, comparing the 2 days closing, so on the previous day's closing is around 411.5, and yesterday the market closed around 410.8. so slowly and steadily the market has gained, as losing its buying strength, and it is gaining its selling strength. That is one key point which we should note, because unless until the market clear this 412 very clearly, which means clear the entire zone very clearly, we cannot stay back and relax. All we need to do is we need to put all our efforts in this zone. If we can put and show our strength, whatever we have learned from the market in this area, then we can go back and relax after the price clear this zone. So these are the major zones in copper market. So another good thing is that if you go back and see the 60 minutes reference chart, you can very well notice that the market is taking some resistance with the average. So that is a major reason why you can notice that quite often we don't go back to the 60 period chart, that is 1 hour chart, but for the 2 days you may notice in our presentation we are taking some reference with the average, because whenever the market is consolidating, it can provide us a long term view so that we can protect ourselves and we can have a clear idea. So you can very well notice that this is yesterday's market. You can see the date below. Whenever you are placing a cursor on a particular candlestick, you can always see the date below. So what happened yesterday in your 1 hour chart is that the market, after opening here, it went up till the zone which was created on the previous day, and it took some resistance, and you can notice that the market is not sustaining above the average. Now the another major part which we are going to see is that exactly the market has entered into the zone, and it is going to be another key decision zone in copper market. There is no doubt about that. So now let us go back to what we have in a 7 minutes chart. So what we can expect today? So we can expect copper market to open around the same zone. What we are expecting is that it is not going there is not much difference going to happen in the price opening. So the expected price opening according to the COMEX market is going to be a neutral zone, comparing with the since we are presenting the videos and everything well before the price opening in MCX, and also before the currency market opens, and always it depends upon, nowadays it depends upon the Indian rupee value also. So we should go back and see where the rupee is opening. So around 9 o'clock, if the rupee is going to open lower, then you can expect the price to move lower. So that is another major key fact which we advise every clients, every Alasco clients, and also every viewer to have a view. So whenever it is quite important for us just to see the price opening of the previous day in INR USD against INR, and then to around 9 o'clock, because it opens 1 hour before that, just to see that where the price is opening. If there is a huge difference in the price opening, then you can notice that it is going to make some difference. Based upon our analysis, you can make a few adjustments. If you are a client of Alasco, then it is not an issue. You have already been trained by us, no issues. If you are not, if you are just a viewer watching the presentation, there are two things you can do. Just open a trading account and you will be trained like a pro. So today we are expecting again the same zone around 412. It is worth spending a lot of time around this 412, just because we have spent a lot of time around this zone in the for many years. Now it is happening again. So if you are a new trader, it is nothing going to happen new, but we can expect, as per the trend and as per analysis, we can say we can expect copper to move down for today, since it is facing some resistance around 412 to 413. It is strongly struggling, because you may notice that on the previous day, initially the market tried completely for staying higher. Yesterday also the market tried completely for staying higher, but it couldn't sustain. At the end of the session is always a failure. So based upon the price action which is going to happen around 412, you can go ahead and decide. What we expect is that we expect the price to continue its downtrend, having 412 as a major resistance until 413.2 can be the major resistance. If the price is entering within 412 and 413, then show all your strength and efforts to analyze the market perfectly. Within this is going to be just a single point the price. We can easily pick it if you are going to monitor the price actions based upon support resistance, and you can use various tools for helping to make a good trading decision. Let us see what's going to happen during our trading session, and thanks a lot for watching our video and all your support. Take care, happy trading, bye.